This is our part 2 of finding lateral area, total surface area, and volume, and now we are going to focus on a cylinder. So a cylinder is just like a prism. The only difference of your base is going to be a circle. So to get lateral area is perimeter times height. Remember, in a circle, your perimeter is the circumference, so it's 2 pi r times r height. Total surface area is still going to be perimeter times height plus the area of two bases, so it's still going to be 2 pi r times the height plus the area of two bases, which would be pi r squared. And to get our volume, it's the area of the base times the height, so it'd be pi r squared times our height. So let's look at some examples. In number 7, we want to find the area of the base. So our base is a circle, so to get the area of the base, it is pi r squared. So this would be pi 4 squared, which gets us 16 pi feet squared. To get the lateral area, it is perimeter times height. So the perimeter of the circle is our circumference, 2 pi r, times the height of 15. So we get 120 pi feet squared. Our total surface area is going to be the lateral area plus two bases. So that's going to be 120 pi plus 2 times 16 pi, which would get us 120 pi plus 32 pi. They both have pi, so we can combine them to get 152 pi feet squared. To find our volume, it is base area times the height, so pi 4 squared times 15, which is 16 pi times 15, and that gets us 240 pi feet cubed. In number 8, what is the total surface area of a cylinder with a radius of 12 and a height of 6? So remember that your total surface area is your lateral area plus two bases, which is the perimeter times the height plus two bases. So that's going to be 2 pi 12 times the height of 6 plus 2 times pi 12 squared. So when we multiply each part out, we would get 384 pi plus 288 pi, and we can combine those together to get 672 pi inches squared. In number 9, the length of the radius of a cylinder. What is the length of the radius of the cylinder if the volume is 252 pi centimeters cubed and the height is 7? So our volume is equal to base area times the height. So that's going to be equal to pi r squared times the height. So we have 252 pi equals pi r squared times 7. We can divide both sides by 7 pi. And we're left with 36 equals r squared. We can take the square root, so we get 6. So our radius would be 6 centimeters. In number 10, a roll of paper towels is usually wrapped in a plastic covering when it is sold at the store. If the roll of paper towels stands 14 inches tall and has a diameter of 6, what is the least amount of plastic to cover the roll? So think about a paper towel roll. It's going to be covered on the top, the sides, and the bottom. So we are finding here our lateral area, which is perimeter times height, our total surface area, which is the lateral area plus two bases. So that is going to be perimeter times height plus two bases. Okay. If our diameter is 6, that means our radius. So we would have 2 pi times 3 times the height of 14 plus 2 times pi 3 squared. So that gets us 84 pi plus 18 pi. So it's going to be 102 pi inches squared. In number 11, a can of soup stands 5 inches high and has a diameter of 3 inches. If the can were completely full, how much soup would it have? So when you're holding something, that's going to be our volume. It's holding how much soup. So it's base area times height. So we have pi times the radius squared. Well, if the diameter is 3, that means the radius is 1.5. So 1.5 squared times the height of 5. That gets us 11.25 pi inches cubed. How much paper would we need for the soup can label? So looking at this can over here, notice that there is no label on the top of the can or the bottom of the can. It's just around the can. So that is going to be our lateral area, which is perimeter times height. So we have 2 pi 1.5 times the height of 5. And when we multiply, that gets us 15 pi inches squared.